Happy Friday and happy Halloween, everyone. So, in the latest of the crazy Trump saga, I was reading an article about Donald Trump wanting to restart nuclear armament testing in the United States. Who thinks it's a bad idea? There are probably 100 other things I would concentrate on versus nuclear armament testing right now. We could be testing our food, our food supply. Seems like there's every few months there's some sort of a listeria outbreak or something like that. Although lately we haven't had any. Surprisingly, we haven't had any listeria outbreaks, and I wonder why that is. Oh wait, I know why that is, because we stopped testing it for listeria, or at least we have probably cut most of the personnel that is responsible for testing for listeria. But somehow nuclear is a priority, nuclear testing. Now, I'm a big fan of nuclear energy because it's a very clean source of energy. There's really no substitute. The amount of power that you get for the investment, I mean, it's huge. I mean, the only other thing that comes close to it is solar and wind, your initial investment, and then that kind of pays for itself. But I think we've learned our lesson with experimenting with nuclear weapons. When you perform a fission reaction on that scale, you're going to have a lot of contaminants, a lot of byproducts, a lot of isotopes that are going to contaminate either the soil or the air or both, or water, or something. And those are not some of these isotopes like cesium 137 that will be there even after our great grandchildren die. They're gonna that cesium is going to be still out there polluting the air. Iodine. There's probably a few other ones that you inhale them and they get trapped in your lungs, and eventually you get cancer and you're gonna die. So why? I just want to know why. Does anybody have an idea why? I mean, I get the whole defense thing, right? But we have plenty of nuclear weapons. They seem to be tested on regular, not the weapons themselves, but the weapon systems are being tested on a regular basis. I hope. Um, so we're fine there. We don't need to detonate any nuclear weapons. That's crazy. That's just crazy. And just the idea of Trump having access to the nuclear football, that's the most troubling idea. I guess today again, we haven't had to worry about that since his first term, where there was a talk of him wanting to blow up somebody somewhere out there with a nuclear weapon because they didn't want to listen to his mumbling, grumbling, and his policies, which is basically the same thing. So I say no to nuclear testing. Let's test our water, our food, our cars, those EV vehicles that keep blowing up. All right, you guys have a good Halloween. Bye.